Welcome on in, guys. Three bold takes again, and we have another New Year's Six game here. This is a big one for the Three Bold Takes channel in particular. If you've been following along with us, you know that Chase is a big Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss guy here. They come in at 10-2, ranked 11th. I'm a big James Franklin and Penn State guy. They come in ranked 10th at 10-2. Penn State is a 4-point favorite, and 49% of America picked Penn State. That means if you're a math whiz, 51% is going with Lane Kiffin and Ole Miss. Quinn, let's pass it over to you. What are you thinking about this game? I know you're excited.
Look, like I said, I'm super thrilled for this game. I mean, I am both a James Franklin and a Lane Kiffin guy. I have been fence riding between the two of you all season because I like them both. And that being said, I want to wait. I don't want to go yet. Freddie, I want you to go. Give me who you got, why you got him. I want to hear Chase, and then I'll come in to finish this off.
Yeah, well, as you guys know, I picked Penn State at the beginning of the year to go undefeated and make the playoffs. Quinn, I believe you were in agreement with me that they would make the playoffs, not necessarily go undefeated, I don't think. But again, man, with Penn State not being able to beat their two biggest rivals, Ohio State and Michigan, it strikes again. Those are the only two games that they lose. On the Ole Miss side here, you've got a loss to Alabama and Georgia, two of the best losses in all of college football, I would say. I mean, I guess Penn State or Ohio State and Michigan is up there as well. But, man, I'm just excited for this matchup. And I know you guys think that I may be a Lane Kiffin hater, right? I'm not a hater. I actually really do like Lane Kiffin. I just think he's a tad overrated, personally. Now, this game could completely change my mind. Now, what he's doing off the field, transfer portal acquisitions, recruiting, that sort of thing, off the charts. He's one of the best in college football in the transfer portal. I think this is 2 years in a row where they have been atop the transfer portal. Give me Penn State to win, man. I'm going Penn State here, 72% chance, according to ESPN, to win. I just think James Franklin needs this. I think for him, if you can't beat Ohio State and Michigan, at least win a New Year's Six game, right? He's done it before. He can do it again, and especially with the Big Ten going no divisions next year. And I think they only play one of the big two between Ohio State and Michigan. I think they only play one next year. So that's a big upside for Penn State. But give me Penn State to win and cover the 4 points. Chase?
Yeah. So any of you guys that are watching and listening, if you are picking Penn State, go ahead and give me your size for a straight jacket because you're insane. Personally, for me, Ole Miss is at an all-time high. Your Lane Kiffin is absolutely doing numbers off the field, which is definitely going to translate to on-the-field success, I believe, in this game. You have that Lane Kiffin just is probably his moxie is just soaring through the roof. Not only that, but you have your three big guys coming back, your receiving leader, your rushing leader, and then also your famed quarterback, Jackson Dart, all are coming back for next season. You got it. Now you have they're going to be playing in this game as well. The problem with me in this game is both are good at one side of the coin. Penn State's defense is probably top 5 in the country, not just statistically, but watching like the eye test. They are a very quality defense. Ole Miss is probably a top 10 team in, on the field on offense as well. However, the other side of the ball for both are just bad. Drew Aller has not lived up to the hype this season for Penn State and the Lions. And then Ole Miss as well. Their defense has kind of been lackluster. You can tell it's a Lane Kiffin team because they're really focused on the offensive side of the ball. Again, I'm going to go Ole Miss. I think their offense gets it done because I don't think Penn State's offense keeps up unless the defense for Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin are that bad. But I'm going Jackson Dart. I'm going to ride Ole Miss. I'm going to ride Lane Kiffin because we're talking about definitely Freddie's mentioned throughout the season. Ole Miss, they can't get over the hump a little bit, little brother aspect. Ole Miss, you got to win the NY6 Bowl, baby. So Lane Kiffin, you got to step up here, and I think they get it done against James Franklin of Penn State. Quinn?
Yeah, you look at these two teams, and really, like, the story of where they are as a program right now is this was the year Penn State didn't necessarily need to win the Big Ten, even though I had them doing it. They needed to prove that they could beat one of the two. You know what I mean? Because they have been recruiting and slightly getting better every season. They are in serious jeopardy of like stalling out, and they need this win to keep that upward trajectory going. I'm not off the train on Drew Aller yet. I am off the train on the Penn State wide receiver room. They need somebody in that wide receiver room that is a difference maker one-on-one in open space against corners, especially in the Big Ten with Ohio State, Michigan's DB rooms. Like, they need a dude who can get separation. They ain't got that. You look at Ole Miss, they're hot. Lane Kiffin is soaring. The transfer portal's on fire. Recruiting is on fire. They are poised to have a really good year next year. I mean, obviously, any SEC schedule is going to be difficult, but they draw Oklahoma rather than Texas. They avoid playing Alabama. They do have to play LSU and Georgia, though. So if you're asking me if I'm Lane Kiffin and you're telling me that I get to play Georgia after they've already played Alabama and they still have to play Texas, and I have a chance I can slip up in one game to Georgia and still have a 11-1 season and get to the SEC title, like, that is a legitimate possibility for Ole Miss next year. They need this win big to, like, it really skyrocket them into that next level of where they, like, are as a program. You hit on the offense and defense being back and forth and being really the opposing strengths of these teams. If I'm Ole Miss, I'm hoping, really, I think this game comes down to one spot on the field. Can Ole Miss keep Penn State from dominating them on the line of scrimmage? I don't think they can. When you look at these matchups, I think on the line of scrimmage, Penn State has a huge edge. And I think when you look at postseason history, James Franklin has a huge edge on Lane Kiffin. Give me Penn State to win this game close. And that's tough for me to say, but give me Penn State close over Ole Miss.
Quinn, I guess we both need to send him our size for straight jackets then, if that's the case. So,
Triple X.
Same here.